but not least, who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black. I am. Betting on black tonight.
5 years ago here at the Emmys, you told us that you were rooting for everybody black. Tonight, Issa Rae, who are you rooting for?
Everybody black. Nothing has changed. It will never change.
All right, guys, welcome back to another disturbing video that I found on the internet. We're going to be talking about blatant racism towards white people that is apparently allowed nowadays. People think that talking about racism towards black people is going to lead from ending racism, but they think that the way to end racism is to be racist back towards white people instead of condemning anybody that's racist, period, whether you're white or black. So I got this clip and they asked, I don't know, maybe 7 to 10 people. And the question was, what are white people superior at? Now, before I play the video, I'll give you my answer. Nothing. Nobody is superior over anybody because of their skin color. Do we have people that have individual traits that are better than somebody else? Yes. Yes, that is true. But because you are black or because you are white, it does not inherently mean you have a trait that is superior over somebody else. That's my answer. Whether you like it or not, I truly don't care because I see everybody as equal. I see everybody as the same. We are the human race. It doesn't matter your skin. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter your culture. If you have a human beating heart and you bleed red, you are the same as me. All right. Now let's get into the answers of these so-called woke black people that think that are fighting against racism. Take a look.
What are white people superior at?
What exactly are white people superior at?
They're real good at violence.
Violence. Genocide. It's like stealing people's lives just because they feel like it.
If you are white and you know this is happening and you say nothing, then you're a killer too.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Insecurity. Pretending.
Fear. Being fearful of nothing.
Being ignorant.
Blame.
Letting their egos control their every move. Superior at being.
What exactly are white people superior at?
Oppression. Gaslighting.
Lack of empathy.
Intellectualizing oppression. Did I say oppression?
What exactly are white people superior?
I didn't really want to stop in the middle of the video, but do you notice how the person that's saying oppression multiple times is the person that is the lightest skin of them all? She probably has more white ethnicity background than she does black. I bet you she avoids getting an ancestry DNA test done because she doesn't want to prove to herself that she's probably more white than she is black. But let's keep going.
Superior at?
Taking what's not there. Taking
our ideas.
Copycatting.
gentrification.
Appropriating things that do not belong to them.
Taking over other people's cultures and making you believe that they invented it.
Maybe they're thinking of it as repurposing. It's like recycle and repurpose.
As my grandma would say, them white folk, they'll take it if you don't copyright it.
They are very good at destruction of land, destruction of people, destruction of humanness.
Republican, whether you're Democrat, whether you're conservative, like white people are really good at upholding white supremacy.
How about claiming that, they are actually a whole separate race, when actually white DNA comes from the black female?
So what exactly are white people superior at?
Honey, lying, stealing, and cheating. Manipulation. Withholding information.
Lying. Telling lies.
All right, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. I mean, I couldn't watch any more of that anyway if I wanted to. So, yeah. What's really sad about this is that they platformed this, that this is actually a video that exists that's on the internet. Because if you, like I said, I always say, reverse the logic. Imagine there was a group of white people standing in the camera answering the question, what are black people superior at? Oh, nothing, genocide. White people are, black people are violent. You know, black people love taking shit, stealing stuff, taking stuff that's not theirs. Bro, imagine that video. It will be all over every mainstream media. It will be, these people will have rioters in front of their house. There will be Black Lives Matter protesters in front of these people's homes. But see, this is the stuff that I be talking about, the hypocrisy in this, man. We cannot fight racism with racism. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna make this this controversial statement. And if you're still here watching this video, I'm glad you're still here, because most people need to hear this, especially if you're black. If you're black in America and you are a descendant of somebody that was a slave, I hate to say it, this might sound insensitive or whatever you might want to call it, but once again, I'm not denying the the horrible things that happened to people that were slaves in America. I'm not denying any of that. Let me make this clear. I'm not denying that it was bad. None of that. I'm not denying that it happened. None of that. But what I'm about to say is objectively true. Now, the descendants of slave, Americans who are descendants of people that were slaves benefited from slavery, benefited from their ancestors being bought and brought over to America. Now, let me tell you why. Those same people that were purchased in the Atlantic slave trade were already captured. There were already people that were slaves or prisoners of war, because people forget to mention the fact that Africans were enslaving each other before white people even set foot in Africa. That's a fact. But the people that are here today due to slavery benefited from white people coming to Africa and buying their ancestors, because those same people were already slaves and prisoners of war. So they were either going to continue to be slaves back in Africa or get killed. Majority of them were probably going to get killed, because the Africans that sold the Africans to the white people were basically extras. Those were people that they couldn't use for themselves. So if nobody bought those people from them, they would have killed them off, meaning you would not exist today. Your ancestors would have been killed off way back in the day in Africa before white people brought your people over here. That's number two. Number three is black people forget that the fact that it was white people that were fighting alongside of you to free you. See, during the Civil War, it wasn't just black people that stood up and fought for slavery. It was majority white people. Black people wouldn't have won the war by themselves. So it was white people right along next to you that were dying, because some people died, and their genes and their bloodline, their future kids died off right there next to you, fighting for your freedom. So these same white people that you're complaining about are the ones that got you your freedom by, one, their ancestors, quote unquote, purchasing you, and then two, fighting in this Civil War to give you your freedom. That is a fact. You might not like it. You might think, I don't understand the plight of African Americans in America today. No, bro, I understand. But y'all have to understand that this is not there is no white supremacy. There is no such thing as white people wanting to oppress you and enslave you and take you back to the Jim Crow days. And what you're doing right now with these people in this video, you're the one wanting to go back to the Jim Crow days. So I'll stop right there. I will probably elaborate more on a separate video about the last 2 points that I just made. But if you disagree, let me know. Comment down below. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Do you think that your ancestors benefited from being purchased by white people and bringing you over here to America? I say yes. Yes, you did. Because they would have died off back in Africa. Because they were the extras that got sold off, that would have been killed off. And your family heritage, bloodline, family tree would have died off right there. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let's talk about it in the comments section. I hope you enjoy my content. If you do, subscribe, like, comment. And if you guys want to support the channel even further, I have a Patreon in the description down below. Your contribution is definitely not required, but it is greatly appreciated. I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.